biggest upgrades for the Spanish GP. Spanish GP is one of the most familiar racetracks to F1 drivers. However, drivers don't want to rely on the familiarity of the tracks to win, but want to use the expected upgrades on their vehicles to claim victory. Car problems for Red Bull and Ferrari pledged last year's Spanish Grand Prix. However, they finished first and second respectively. Although both teams expect similar performance on the podium, they plan significant upgrades to many cars on the grid. But it is not just Red Bull and Ferrari that promise upgrades. Aston Martin and other teams want to do the same in the upcoming race. The great intrigue heading to Barcelona is how Mercedes upgrades to their W14 will really perform. The upgrade was initially planned for the cancelled Emilia Romagna GP. Mercedes debuted their recent bodywork, floor, and front suspension in Monaco. However, Lewis Hamilton and George Russell ended the race in the 4th and 5th position respectively. But Hamilton, Russell, and team boss Toto Wolff felt there were immediate positive signs from the updated W14 and will seek to substantiate its real potential this weekend. Wolff spoke to the media saying, "We were in the mix with Aston Martin and with Ferrari. On a positive note, that may be encouraging because we have never been really good here, but we really need to be careful. We have to go to Barcelona and collect more data. It is a new baseline. I don't expect us to be clearing Aston Martin and Ferrari there either. It is more about understanding, okay, what does this car do now and how do we need to set it up?" So far, Mercedes is ranked only a point behind. The question on the lips of many fans is whether these updates will offset the chances of Red Bull, Mercedes, and Ferrari and move them closer to the championship leaders or give them a chance for a podium finish. Many Aston Martin fans expect at least 3 upgrades for the race in Spain. First, the front wing comes with a different twist distribution with less variation in height across the trailing edge, also to suit the new tip. Second, the front wing end plate improves the tip of the wing, interacts with the tire behind it for better performance to the operating envelope. Lastly, the nose has been upgraded to improve performance flow conditioning. Ferrari will also introduce a substantial upgrade to their inconsistent SF23 car, having to hold on its appearance with Emilia Romagna GP's cancellation. Although Leclerc reached the pole position in qualifying sessions, the team has struggled for confidence in the car and drivers have been critical of their situation on some race days. Team principal Fred Vasseur spoke about the upcoming race. "This week, we will have a view of the race pace. Barcelona is more relevant, and we will have a better view of the situation. I hope that we will do a step forward in Barcelona, but won't be the end of development for the car." The main upgrade for Ferrari involves a circuit-specific drag range, which will help the car cover the Barcelona circuit aerodynamic efficiency requirements. Also, the coke or engine cover helps performance flow conditioning. The plan is to change the side pod and central bodywork topologies. The situation around Alpine has transferred in the last 30 days. Before the Miami GP, Alpine CEO Laurent Rossi was labeling performances unacceptable and amateurish, and threatening fast changes if the team's form did not improve. But the upgrades from the team brought an upturn in form, with the team sealing a double points finish in the United States before Esteban Ocon finished third at the Monaco GP. The team are bullish about getting among the fight for the final podium positions behind Red Bull. As a result of different onset conditions, nose camera incidents was realigned to improve the interaction and enhance local downstream conditions. As for Red Bull, we still expect them to lead the way. Incidentally, Barcelona had not been a happy hunting ground for Red Bull. The team has won 3 or 4 times, and their last victory was aided by Charles Leclerc encountering a Ferrari engine while leading. Nonetheless, Red Bull is undefeated in 2023 and have yet another car within 20 seconds of theirs. Interestingly, the changes of the circuit in Barcelona also appeal to the powers of the RB19 engine. Red Bull is reportedly set to have updates for the weekend's event, with advisor Helmut Marko telling the Australian news outlet that the team are going to try something new in Spanish. One of the new things we may see is the floor edge and diffuser, the reverse edge profile to locally manipulate the surfaces. On the other hand, the diffuser would boost local load towards the trailing edge of the diffuser profile in upper corners and be extracted with a more curved profile, taking inspiration from competitor designs. McLaren promises an upgrade of its own. Their upgrade comes in the form of front corner adjustment. The team felt that they needed to improve performance flow conditioning. The upgrade will add a new front brake, duct vane, and winger shape. McLaren altered the shape of the front brake vane and wing to improve flow conditioning, which led to an overall aerodynamic load increase. Although fans expect Red Bull to continue to lead the race, how will things shape up as Aston Martin, Mercedes, and Ferrari fight it out in their upgraded vehicles? Spectacular news at the Spanish Grand Prix are one of the best in Europe. Watching the race line represents an incredible value of money, and some of the vantage points from the stadium section of the circuit are magnificent. Fans at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, will no doubt be throwing their weight behind the local lad Fernando Alonso as he looks to continue to charge up the grid, following a 5th podium of the season in his Aston Martin at Monaco. Spanish fans will also want to witness an improved performance from Carlos Sainz, who has failed to reach the podium in 2023 in the face of his torrid times for Ferrari. Verstappen has ended each race in their first or second place this season, winning 4 of them. He holds a 39-point advantage over his fellow Red Bull driver Sergio Perez as he plans to continue his dominant performance in the F1 Championship. If you like this video, remember to subscribe to the channel for more interesting videos. Let us know your thoughts about the Spanish GP in the comment section and hit the notifications for regular updates. Thanks for watching.